Welcome back once again everyone to Rave Vinyl Reminiscence, the channel where I share my passion for hardcore from around 91 to 95, throwing in a few of my own reflections and sharing some memories along the way, just for good measure. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at a mighty record label, one that really set the pace back in the early 90s. Most of you here will know this label very well, certainly you'll have heard many tracks that are pressed on it. That label is Moving Shadow. So, Moving Shadow, very cool label. Even the logo's mysterious, isn't it? What is it? Straw man, a ghost? I don't know. If anyone here knows what the history of that logo is, then let me know in the comments. So cool actually that going back a couple of years ago, I bought a clock with the logo on it. The purchase, which probably doesn't rank in the top 10 of the most attractive things I've done as a man, but you know, I like it. You have to face it as a 49-year-old. If you've got your decks out in your flat, various bits of nightclub memorabilia on the wall and a ravey poster, there's going to be people who think this smacks of some kind of existential hurdle. But I'm good. I love this music and I'm at a life stage where I'm able to do that. I have done my innings with bedrooms that needed matching drapes and feature walls. Life is all about balance, as they say. So anyway, it's a clock. It's functional, tells the time. Which, actually, to be honest, actually it doesn't even do that very well. It's bloody useless. It ain't got any numbers on it. I don't know what it says half the time. Anyway, back to it. Moving Shadow had a massive back catalogue. So as I say every time, over the years, I've only bought the tunes that really speak to me. And importantly, that I knew and was confident I would pull them out any time and play them out at a club. Okay, so that's really important to bear in mind because the amount that I own compared to what was actually pressed on this label is tiny. In this video, we're going to take a look at 17 different tracks over 11 presses covering the period from 91 to 93. No doubt whatsoever there'll be some tunes that you'll think I've missed from here or I've missed out on over the years. If that's the case, please stick it down in the comments. I've been reading those and it's been really interesting actually. Already a couple of suggestions people have made. I've gone back into Discogs and had a look and thought, yeah, actually I've missed that over the years, so I've really enjoyed that. I might even do a video later on down the line of any pressings that I've actually gone out and bought just off the back of the comments that I've absolutely had to have now that I've heard it. So amongst the ones that I'm going to share are two that actually were initially withdrawn because of vocal sample kind of legal reasons. So just a bit of an interesting story. But before we get started, very brief bit of history. Moving Shadows was run by Rob Playford out of Trident Studios in Soho. He also co-owned the Section 5 record shop on the King's Road in Chelsea when it was up and running. Section 5 being the name of a sub-label that Rob ran. And we'll pay a brief visit to that later on. While I was putting this video together, I stumbled on a website I didn't even know existed. Just in case you don't, I'll put a link down in the description. But a Moving Shadow website, loads of really good resources on there. So they've got like the full back catalogue. That's when you really see how much they've done over the years. Clothing, bits and pieces like that. Like I say, you can check that out in the description. Let's get on with the music. We're going to kick straight off with 1991. Quite laid back this feels now. But without a doubt, if I hadn't have included this, I would have been pulled up in the comments. And this is Two Bad Mice Bombscare. I've got this on a 10-inch. I've also got a 94 remix of it. But I want to play a couple of clips from the original. And we can revisit what has now truly become an artefact of rave history. Have a listen. Fast forward into a later section. Runs to a relatively simple formula, that tune, doesn't it? But it works every single time in a club. So moving away from 91 now, and this next tune marks a pivotal moment in hardcore history for me. So through 1990 and 91, we were out dancing in fields at the illegal raves, and I'll do a video about my memories around that at some point in the future. But as 91 blended into 1992, something happened, and it was this. What a sound. Now that tune is, of course, Blame and Music Takes You. Now I said this came out at the beginning of 1992, but it was originally actually released back end of 1991, but it was withdrawn because of an unlicensed vocal that was used on it from Seal, from a tune of his called The Beginning. The mix of that is the War mix. It's actually quite hard to find now. I'm going to play you a quick section just to show you what those vocals were. I'll say good luck getting a copy of that these days. So, Blame Music Takes You, loads of great mixes done of this. I'm going to play you a quick clip of 3 other mixes, and I'm going to hold the last mix, which is very, very special to me, till the end as our play out track. And I'm going to play these little clips of these other mixes because the final version that I'm going to play at the end sort of has a bit of a blend of all of these different mixes. So, the first little clip is going to be from Piano Takes You, which is on the same side as the original. Reverb on that piano is beautiful, man. It's so haunting. I'm going to play a quick clip from Music Takes Two, which is on the other side of this now. Very similar to the original, chops up a little bit, but keeps that beautiful drum sequence. That is one of my favourite drum sequences, wherever it's used. It's really, really sharp, isn't it? Said it before, that kind of drum beat when you're up next to a massive big speaker just like penetrates every atom of your body. It's bloody amazing. Last clip we're going to play is Kaotic Chemistry's remix, and real variety on this actually, but this glitchy effect, for me this is what a strobe light sounds like. Down in the underground with that effect, the strobes, the lasers and the smoke, literally your whole consciousness went on vibrato. It was crazy. Talking of crazy, staying with 1992, my next choice is Chaotic Chemistry. This is a 2005 reissue, this particular copy, and the track I want to play off of this is Drum Trip 2. So powerful when it drops in this.
Get do it dance, get ill, do it now, dance, get do it dance, do it dance, get do it dance, do it now, do it dance, get do it dance, get now, dance, get dance, get ill, do it now, get ill, do it now, get dance, do it now, dance, get dance.
Proper exit that is. It reminds me of them times when you were like, you just had to get out of there for a while and it's like making your way through the crowd like, where's my mates? I need some fresh air. I'm going to play a little bit of a later breakdown on this, and it's very similar to the beginning actually, and this will definitely feature on a later video I keep talking about tracks that are great to lay down at the beginning of a set. Listen to this, it's really eerie.
now while the stand's rolling uphill. Do it now while the stand's rolling uphill. Do it now. 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 Do it now.
Now, if you hadn't managed to find your way out, got yourself a bit lost, done one of them things where you've gone round the entire place twice and past the DJ box again, this last break was not going to help calm you down.
Do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now,
It's a great track though, not as great as this. We're moving on to 1993 now. And imagine this, music's going and then the DJ hits the off switch on the decks and then the music slows down, down, down and then stops and then there's a silence and the MC announces the next DJ name and then this. The adrenaline that builds in my body, man. This tune is amazing. Listen to this next section, we've got that kind of vibrato sound again. Now listen to this drum as it comes in, it chops straight through the mix, it's really staccato and powerful and just builds, it's absolutely sublime. That track was, of course, as you've seen, Cloud9's You Got Me Burnin. The copy that I was featuring there is a 2000 reissue, and there's a nice little tune on the other side actually, which is an A.A.S remix of Call My Name. Have a listen. Now, I want to show a little bit of love for a Rave and Nookie remix of this from 1993. My copy of this is on the 1006 release from 2001. It's got a very, very interesting, staggered kind of feel to the drum sequencing. Have a listen. But this midway breakdown is why I love this remix so much. It's so theatrical. It's like the curtains drawing and it just opens up into the next powerful scene.
You see houses are feeling. 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 You got me burning down.
Pure class. Moving on, and now a release that some of you are probably waiting for actually, and that is Foul Play's Volume 3 remixes. And on this, it's a 10-inch release, and this has got two mixes basically of Open Your Mind, both very, very different, really different beasts actually. And I'm going to start off with the Foul Play remix. This is just lovely. We soon exit that swoony intro with this lovely drum sequence, which has this weird effect of like being inside a vessel that's slowly filling up with water. And then this later breakdown is just a great example of like just how creative and outside of the box a lot of the production was in its day here. On the flip side of this, we've got Tango's remix, which is a very, very different ball game. Moving forward, this track's got so much energy. It's got all the hallmarks of Tango in there. It dunks down into this dark kind of breakdown, and then you've got that sort of signature slow-mo rolling beat, and then bang, it hits out with so much power. This Tango remix is so different to the Foul Play remix that you could easily be excused for not realising it's actually based off the same track until this last break, which is this lovely variation on the hook. So moving on, we now come to our second release, which initially faced problems because of unlicensed vocal samples. This tune was initially pressed on Rob's sub-label Section 5, and it featured some vocals from a tune called The Finest by the A.A.S band. So this release has become really quite collectible now. See the label and the Section 5. I've got to be honest, the audio quality on this is not really up to par. I don't really know what happened with the production or the pressing on it, but It's a little bit low volume and it is a little bit muffled. I'm going to play you the section that's got the vocals in it that's made this so collectible now. I say, that release has become very collectible now and is known as the Illegal Mix. The tune was then released on Foul Play Volume 3 Remixes Part 2. It's 10 inch. My copy is a little bit of an anomaly in as much as it's a double-sided mispress. So whereas the original had Open Your Mind Nookie remix on one side and then the Finest Illusion Legal Mix on the other, I've got a copy here that had the Finest Illusion both sides. It wasn't done intentionally, it was a muck-up, but I bought it intentionally because I'm not crazy about the Nookie remix of Open Your Mind anyway, and it was good to have two copies in one of the Finest Illusion. It means I can batter one side and it can get damaged if it has to, and I get to keep one side really, really clean. Now, I'm probably going to cause a bit of controversy here, and I'll wait for it to blow up in the comments, but I think I actually prefer this version. It's cleaner and it's just got a bit more variety to it. It's just got a bit more energy and power as well. Let's get straight to a clip. Have a listen. So apart from a certain something in the energy and drive of this version, you've just got the clarity there. Next comes this break, which is the defining sound of this track. We've then got this lovely open section. And then we've got this lovely breakdown section there. This just sets it apart for me. Great tune, man. All right, now we're talking. Omni Trio Renegade Snares, and this is the Foul Play remix, which for me is my favourite remix of this tune. This is a 2003 reissue. This is such a beautiful, musical, quality hardcore track, and for me just speaks so much of the quality of this record label of this era. What can I say about it? Just have a listen, man. I'll try and think of what I can even put into words. That little drum section, that little fluttery drum there, whether you're listening to it on a big speaker or on headphones, it's like it just happens inside your skull, you know. I'll come back to that now, but listen to this as it comes out of this section. This vocal just sort of comes from the distance and builds and builds and builds, and it's just like slam. Tunes like this just stand on their own, they're so unique. I've listened to this last section, you can just like, how much is going on, like there's so much depth to it. Staying very much in that league. Next is, it's such a pleasure to share these with you, Hyperon Experience, Lord of the Null Lines. My copy of this is a 2003 reissue, and it's the Foul Play remix of this that I want to play. It's my favourite mix of this. Such a beautiful artistic compilation. Check it out. I love the way the drum just and then kicks in towards the end there. Next the tune drops down into this, and it's really, really eerie, spooky and shadowy. And then at the end, the drum just comes in. This drum is crazy, isn't it? Do you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like someone beating the living crap out of a dustbin. I know that sounds a bit unartistic, but it does. A very talented rhythmical dustbin beater, obviously. This last section I want to play is just to show both the beautiful sample engineering in this track. It's great. Another quality tune on a quality label. Now that actually brings us to the end of what I've got to share with you today, apart from my play out track. Now there will be people who will say in the comments, maybe shouting at the screen right now, what, you didn't play? Maybe I've missed some over the years. As always, please put your suggestions in the comments. These are the ones that I've bought that I knew I would always play and that I've loved for a very, very long time. Adding to that as well, obviously when I'm out doing these videos time and time again, there's going to be mistakes that I make, and maybe even mistakes in my terminology, mistakes in some of the facts and that I do. If I do that, please do point that out and we can all learn together. It's all good. So, my play out track. Going back now to the Blame Music Takes You. And I said there's been loads and loads of different remixes, but over the course of time there's been one that has just stayed with me and really, really means a lot to me. And that is the Two Bad Mice remix, for numerous reasons. This is one of the tunes that I think, that's a stupid question when people go, if you stuck in a desert island, what record would you take with you? I don't know, I wouldn't take a bloody record with me. I want a survival kit, and anyway. So this though is one of the tunes that time and time again for the last 30 so years has just every single time has just brought back so much to me, so many memories, and carries a certain energy. I love this tune. I've got 2 copies of it. This is my original 92 copy, which I don't play anymore. I've got it wrapped in plastic and that sort of stays away safe because it was actually reissued in 2005, which is what I'm going to play when I put it on a decks for you right now. This has just got everything. For me, it's an accumulation of all the other different remixes, all the best parts of it put together. It's so powerful and there's just so many memories for me tied in with this. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I know most of you will know this quite well, but it's always lovely to listen to it again. Thank you very much for taking this journey with me once again through a truly astounding record label. Amazing releases on this, and looking forward to hearing any suggestions you've got for some that I've missed. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again for the next video soon.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
mice.